After all this waiting, we finally see it. We have finally seen gameplay, we finally see what the game is all about. What game are we talking about? Ghost of Tsushima. Now this is an amazing looking title that, let's just face it, before we even saw the gameplay most of us were sold, including myself, but it looks like after seeing what we saw today in the Sony State of Play, there's even more reason to pick this title up. So what I want to do is give you the top 5 takeaways from the Ghost of Tsushima State of Play. Without further ado, let's get started. The first is the exploration. This is a Breath of the Wild style exploration. You know, ever since the release of Breath of the Wild some time back, we've just been clamoring on about the wonderful giant open world and the exploration and how you can just pin and explore. And it looks like these guys got it right when they designed this game in the same fashion. This is a big, open, beautiful world, and you can pin a point of interest and then explore that point of interest. So let's face it, this is the most next-gen looking this gen game, period. Like, this game is beautiful, it's gorgeous, it looks giant, and boy oh boy, it's great. From the foxes that lead you to shrines to increase your stats, to just the wild animals running around as you travel on horseback, know that this is totally inspired, at least the exploration side, by Breath of the Wild, and that is a good thing. More games should do this, and I just hope that they take the cues from them at Nintendo by rewarding us once we do actually explore. The next thing I noticed that stood out is how you harvest supplies. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. If you play Tomb Raider, Horizon Zero Dawn, if you want arrows, you got to go get sticks and you got to get the stuff that you need to craft them, right? Well, in this game, it looks like the system will be very similar. The thing that stood out to me though is that they're harvesting supplies from horseback. That is huge. That means you don't have to stop, get down, this, that. You literally can just keep running, keep going, go where you got to go, and grab this stuff on your way. I think that's really cool, and that stood out to me big time as far as gameplay, next level comfort. You know, you can title it however you want. That's awesome. The next thing that really stood out was the variations in combat. In one situation, we saw our main character, the protagonist, coming out as a samurai. He had this different armor than when we saw in the beginning, and we noticed that there are tension bars for enemies. There are one-hit standoffs. There's distance fighting with a bow. There's a parry system for up-close fighting. Like, it seemed like this is a really deep fighting system, and you get to choose, pick and choose which way you want to go. There's also a stealth option to where you can kind of sneak around and kill people from the shadows, and that looks really cool too. There was an instance of using fireworks to distract, using kunai for quick kills, and even making enemies run when afraid because they can't find you. And that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to the combat, and you should be too. As far as character customization is concerned, this really stood out to me because they actually made armor that gives different mechanical advantages, and it actually matters how you level it up. So it's not just one or the other. You can get pieces from all the armor, from what they've said, and kind of level them how you want to. You can use charms to give you a little edge in battle or learn techniques, and also you can change the color of your armor and customize with flowers, which means you're actually going to have a lot different looking stuff. Now you can totally go customize everything the way that you want to, and I think this is really cool because part of being an awesome samurai is having the best looking clothes and get up as possible, and I can't wait to do this myself. So the fifth and final thing that stood out to me was the fact that you can play how you want. They really care about the presentation of this game, so much so that they presented multiple ways for us to play. First being the optional Japanese voice track with subtitle options from the beginning of the game. So if you're like me and you love listening to the Japanese audio and you just want to read subtitles and you want to get the full experience, you can do that from the very beginning of the game. To go even further, if you are a fan of samurai movies, the old standoffs, black and white, where it's grainy and it's windy and it's really exciting, you can do this too. You can set this film mode on and it's grainy and it's windy, and you can play the game through in black and white, just like those old movies that all of us love who are into that kind of thing. So I think that's really cool. They've given us the options to play how we want to play and get a deep experience in the way that we want to get it. So anyway, that's the 5 things that have stood out to me in Ghost of Tsushima. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what stood out to you. Also, subscribe to this channel for all things PS4, PS5, and so on. Like this video as well. That would be very helpful, and we will see you guys next time.